Big changes are happening in Germany. The Christian Democratic Union, or CDU, won the recent election. This is a big deal. It shows that German voters want something new. The CDU's leader, Friedrich Merz, did a good job connecting with voters who are worried about the country's future. Lots of people voted in this election, which shows how important these issues are. The German people want a new direction, and they chose the CDU. The CDU wants a strong economy, controlled immigration, and a strong national identity. It looks like these ideas are popular with many German voters. Friedrich Merz, the likely new leader of Germany, has big plans. He wants to change things up. Merz wants to be responsible with money, cut taxes, and make it easier for businesses to operate. He also wants stricter rules about who can come into Germany. Merz also wants Germany to be a stronger leader in the world. He wants a stronger military, a bigger voice in the European Union, and a fresh look at Germany's relationship with the United States. Merz wants Germany to be strong, independent, and stick to its traditional values. We'll have to wait and see if he can do it. Winning the election doesn't mean everything is easy for the CDU. They need to team up with another party to have enough power in the government. The Greens and the Social Democrats are the most likely partners, but working with either party will be tough. The Greens care a lot about the environment and helping people. That's very different from the CDU's ideas. Working together will mean both sides have to give up some things they want. The Social Democrats are closer to the CDU in their thinking, but they lost a lot of support in the election. They might not want to team up with the winners after such a big loss. One interesting thing about Merz is his view of Germany's relationship with the United States. Merz thinks the US interferes too much in German decisions. He wants Europe to be more independent and not rely so much on the US for protection. This idea of a more independent Germany is making people in the US nervous. The US has always seen Germany as a close friend in Europe. If this friendship changes, it could affect NATO and the relationship between the US and Europe. We don't know yet if Merz will actually change things, but what he's saying suggests that Germany's role in the world might be changing. The war between Russia and Ukraine is a big problem for German politics. The war shows how vulnerable Europe is, and is making people argue about military spending and alliances. Merz thinks Germany should send more help to Ukraine and be tougher on Russia. The war is also making people talk about letting Ukraine join NATO. Some countries, especially those near Russia, want Ukraine to join. Others, like a top US security advisor named Mike Waltz, are worried. Waltz thinks letting Ukraine join NATO could make things worse with Russia and maybe even start a bigger war. The world's economy isn't doing so well, and that's affecting Germany too. The war in Ukraine has messed up trade, made prices go up, and made it harder to get energy. The COVID-19 pandemic is still causing problems for businesses around the world. These problems will make things harder for Germany's new government. Higher energy prices and rising costs could make people angry with the new government. The CDU will have to be careful and think about both Germany's problems and the world's problems. One interesting thing about the election is the difference between East and West Germany. A far-right party called the AFD did very well, especially in the East. They are now the second biggest party in Germany. This difference between East and West shows some deeper problems in German society. The AFD's success in the East is because of many things. People are worried about money, culture, and feeling left out of politics. These worries have made people support the AFD and their ideas about nationalism and stopping immigration. Fixing this East-West divide will be hard and require understanding the history and economics of the problem. Germany's election is important not just for Germany but for all of Europe and the world. Germany has a big economy and is an important country, so its decisions affect many other places. If Merz makes Germany stronger and more independent, it could change the balance of power in Europe and the rest of the world. The CDU's win, the AFD doing well, and the war in Ukraine show the complicated problems Germany and the world are facing. Solving these problems will take strong leaders, smart diplomacy, and a willingness to face hard truths. The 2025 German election has started a new chapter in German politics. The CDU winning, the AFD getting more support, and the war in Ukraine suggest that Germany might change its plans at home and around the world. Only time will tell if these changes are here to stay, or if they are just temporary.